morning, Mr. Foley.
Good morning, Judge Scott. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. How about yourself?
We're doing good. It's actually kind of a cool morning this morning. We got a surprise rain last night, so
Oh, really?
got adoption already done this morning
Hurricane?
and more to go. So it's a good day.
A little bit of the hurricane coming through?
I don't think so. I think we just had some. I kind of looked on the radar to see if that's what it was, and we just had some random clouds that happened to hit right through us. So I don't think it's that. It's not driven by that. So we've had a wet summer down here. It's been, I don't know what y'all's have looked like, but we've had a lot of rain.
We've had a lot more than normal, and everybody keeps saying, isn't it wonderful? And I keep going, no, I like living in the desert. That's why I live here. It's dry. When it gets hot, I don't sweat. And so this summer has just been,
Yeah, you'll probably be a little more humid if you've been having the rain. So we've been a lot more humid.
And bugs. Oh, my soul, bugs.
Yeah. We always have mosquitoes. That's one that drives me. We have a beautiful backyard, and I hate to sit in it at times because the mosquitoes are so bad. So,
well, there are remedies for that, but there's always, anyway, both sides.
Yeah, we spray, we do different things, but I don't know. We haven't found a way to completely control it, but it is what it is, and it's worth it to live out here for me. So
they will even eat you on the golf course. So I don't have a foolproof. Well, I'm ready to get started when you are. I don't see the first case placement in the waiting room. We're looking for the Hernandez and the Carrasco placement, correct?
I didn't know which one you had set to go first, Your Honor. I think I showed them all at 9:30 on our docket. So.
Oh, you did. Jennifer put them in order, and I had the one from Pecos, 2107-24060 first, but
okay.
I'll do it in whatever order you want. It doesn't matter.
Oh no, I'm good. However I think if you already have it set, let's just go straight through it the way you have it. So you have
I'm just not
them
sure
first, and who do you have after them?
Jessica, let's see. Last name Carrasco is your petitioner on that one?
Right. It's Adrian Carrasco and Jessica Torres are the couple that's adopting on the
There's
first.
Jessica Torres. Okay. So will they be together?
Yes.
All right. And who else do you need on that one?
Mr. Myrick's probably not here, and he was the attorney guardian Lada. Miss Hill's the CPS worker. And I don't believe there's an agency worker on this one. So just be still.
And I do see Ms. Torres. There is. He's got a spotlight behind him, so he's kind of blacked out. Mr. Carrasco's with her. That's okay. As long as he's there and y'all are happy. Yeah, I just want to make sure if you go look at the YouTube video, it meets with your standards. So we do the best we can to accommodate family memories as best we can. Do you need it? Are we expecting anyone else, any other family members or anyone? All right. Well, I will go ahead and call cause number 2107-240-60 CVR. We're here for an adoption this morning. Mr. Foley, you represent the respondents, and what a beautiful family. I think the girls actually dressed up for court. I wish I had a bow in my hair. I'm sorry I did not do that. All right, Mr. Foley, how would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, first, before I call my witnesses, I would ask you to take a judicial notice of the file today, Your Honor, to include the necessary required pleadings, specifically the affidavit regarding interstate compacts on placement of children, the health, social, education, genetic history report, the adoption readiness report, the criminal history that's on file for both of my clients, the waiver and consent by the department's managing conservator, and of course, Ms. Hill's with us in person also, and the waiver by the attorney and guardian ad litem, Mr. Larry Myrick, and of course, the underlying suit of termination out of Reeves County.
And I didn't have a chance to go through the file by virtue of wonderful technology, and all of those items are in order. I will take judicial notice of those items. What next, Mr. Foley?
I'll be calling both Mr. Carrasco and Ms. Torres as my witnesses today.
All right, you'll need to unmute your device. There we go. Oh, I heard something. Hi.
Hello.
And I'll ask both of you to raise your right hands. Yes. I. Do each of you swear and affirm that any testimony you give in the cause before the court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Mr. Foley?
Thank you, Your Honor. I will call Ms. Torres as my first witness today.
All right. You may proceed.
All right. Ms. Torres, would you state your name for the court?
Yes, Jessica Yesenia Mora Torres.
All right. And you and your family are joining us from your home in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. And would you take a moment to introduce us to your family that's with you today?
I'm sorry, one more time.
Would you take a moment and introduce us to the family that's with you today?
Yes, so this is Jadine Hernandez, Persephone Hernandez right here, and then this is Nayeli Carrasco, and then Adrian Carrasco.
All right. We're glad to have you all here today, and the girls look beautiful all dressed up. So, and you introduced to Persephone and Jadine, and that's the two stars of the show today. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
And you're here asking this court to allow you to adopt both of them. Is that also correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Now, as to Persephone, she was born on March 1st, 2017 in Reeves County.
Yes, correct.
And Jadine was born November 5th, 2018, also in Reeves County.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Now, we understand that as of right now, you're the great aunt and uncle of both these young ladies. Is that right?
Yes.
But you understand that you're asking this court to become mom and dad today. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
And you understand that doing so, you'll take on all the responsibilities and duties of a parent for them, just as they've been born to you.
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you believe, well, first off, how long have both the girls been living with you and your family?
This month would be a year.
Okay. So in that time frame and your relationship you already have with them, do you believe that this adoption would be the best thing for both of them?
Absolutely. I believe that the girls, we've created such an amazing bond within us as a family, and also with our other daughter that's adopted. I think it'd be in their best interest. They're succeeding very well. Percy's going to school. Jadine's improving very well in her speech. So I think it'd be absolutely the best option for them.
Awesome. And you mentioned your other adoption. That was just a recent adoption also. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. So you know what you're getting into. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. And as to both girls, you are asking for name changes today.
Yes, correct.
And as to Persephone, you're asking her to be Nayla Persephone Carrasco.
Yes.
And Jadine will be Ariana Jadine Carrasco.
Correct.
Okay. All right. With that, I will pass this witness, Your Honor.
You may call your next witness. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. I'll call Mr. Carrasco.
And you may proceed.
Good morning, sir. Would you state your name for the court?
Adrian Thomas Carrasco.
All right. And Mr. Carrasco, did you hear Jessica's testimony this morning?
Yes, sir.
Are you in agreement with that testimony?
Yes, I am.
Do you also believe that allowing the two of you to adopt these two young ladies is what's best for the girls?
Of course. Yes, sir.
All right. And would you like to add anything as to what Jessica said as to why this is what's best?
And no, she hit it on the head. I mean, they're thriving more than when they were in Texas, so I believe it's a good choice.
Okay. And you're also going to take on all those same responsibilities and duties of a parent for them, just they've been born to your family.
Absolutely.
All right. All right. Judge, that I'll pass this witness.
Well, I do have to say, I believe your client is a wise man. I think it's in the Bible, a wise man agrees with his wife. So what else, Mr. Foley?
Your Honor, I do not have any further witnesses or evidence to present. I know Ms. Hill's here. I know she's been involved with these young ladies, and I'm sure she can give an opinion as to best interest, but we defer to that, and we would rest and ask you to grant the adoption and the name changes.
Well, she hasn't stopped smiling since we started. So, Ms. Hill, is there anything you'd like to add?
I just want to say congratulations. It's been a pleasure working with you all. And I know the girls are in the best home that they deserve.
Well, it looks like a beautiful family, and I do loosely quote the Bible on occasions, but I do believe that love is what builds a family, and all I get the opportunity to do is put the legal requirements to what the foundation that you have already built. And so thank you so much for that. Everything is in order. Your lawyer has made sure of that. And so I am going to grant this adoption, and the order will be signed today officially. I want to make sure we have the names correctly. Nyla Persephone Carrasco and Ariana Jaden Carrasco.
Yes, correct.
All right, good. And I will grant those name changes. So as of today, everything is official. Congratulations. Your adoption is granted.
Thank you. Yay, you're adopted.
And I have not found a way to throw confetti in the computer yet, but I'm working on it. But just know that I would have thrown confetti if I had the capability. So, anything else for this one, Mr. Foley?
No, Your Honor. Congratulations to the family. Thank you all. Thanks for
Thank
I
you.
know they have a big celebration planned, this is on YouTube, and it will stay up if you want to share it with family or friends. Thank you so much.
Thank
So
you.
you're in recess, and unless you have another adoption you're interested in, you may exit the Zoom room.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Foley, I have McBride as the next one,
Okay.
and they are in the courtroom. Who else are you going to need besides the McBrides?
On this one, I show Miss Courtney Bethany as the CPS worker, and I do
Okay,
not show an agency on it.
all right. They're connecting.
Hey, Miss Courtney, how are you this morning?
I'm great, Jody. How are you?
We're doing good. It's good to see you.
There we go.
Let's
We
see.
got our
There's the
video.
McBride's coming up.
Okay.
Good morning. I can see you, but you're just on mute. So that's yes.
Good morning.
And do we have Terry and Michelle?
Yes, one second.
Okay. He walked away from the computer and I opened the Zoom room. The minute he walked away, they have on matching t-shirts, which I always find fun.
Yeah.
Right.
But tell us what your shirts say.
They say, heaven sent, court approved, and forever loved.
You know,
Nice.
I think that may be my new favorite. I love that. That's fantastic. And there she is.
There she is.
Vessel from heaven. Hi. Say, oh, I can see myself on TV.
Say hi, everyone. Hi.
Y'all are beautiful together.
Thank you.
There's a man in the background staring over your shoulder.
That's my dad.
Okay, good. As long as someone didn't sneak in, that's fine. I just like to make sure that you know all the people that are standing behind you.
Right.
Well, I'm glad you have family there. Let me go ahead and call. This is cause number DC 21-18044. We're here for an adoption. Mr. Foley, I'll let you make announcements.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm here with Mr. McBride on their petition for adoption of hopefully soon to be Bella. And with that, we would ask that you call. We're going to be calling both Mr. and Miss McBride as witnesses this morning.
All right. Well, I will ask both of you to raise your right hands for me. Do you swear and affirm that the testimony you give in the cause before the court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Okay, they passed the test. They did not drop her when they raised their right hand. So that's part of what the court considers. So, Mr. Foley, you may proceed.
All right, well, Judge, I didn't know if you want any further testimony or not, since you've already saw they didn't drop the baby, or if that was enough. But just to be on the safe side, we'll put a little bit
we
more
have to have
on.
testimony. That's just part of it. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Your Honor, I would ask that you take judicial notice of the file to include all the necessary required pleadings, specifically the affidavit regarding interstate compact on placement of children, the health, social, education, and genetic history report, the readiness report, the criminal history on file for both of my clients, the waiver and consent by the department as managing conservator. And of course, we have Miss Bethany with us also, and the waiver by Mr. Myrick as the attorney and guardian ad litem in this case. And then, of course, the underlying suit of termination there in Winkler County.
And by virtue of technology, I am able to pull up all of those documents. They are in order as Mr. Foley has read them into the record. So I will take judicial notice of those items, and you may call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm going to start with Ms. McBride today.
All right, and since she's already been put under oath, you may proceed.
Ma'am, would you state your name for the court?
Michelle McBride.
And Ms. McBride, are you and your family joining us from, I know you're not at your home, but y'all live in Guthrie, Oklahoma. Is that correct?
Yes,
Yes.
we're at Guthrie, Oklahoma.
All right. And y'all are here today asking to be able to adopt y'all's niece, Belladonna Arian Compton. Is that correct?
Yes,
And y'all call her Bella. Is that correct?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, you agree, Bella?
You agree?
And as to Bella, her birthday is June 23rd, 2019, and she was born in Reeves County, Texas. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay. So now we discussed you're already currently aunt and uncle, but y'all are asking today to become mom and dad. Is that right?
yes.
All right. And how long has Bella been living with you and your family?
Since July 15th of 2020.
Okay. So over a year at this time.
Yes.
It's hard to believe 2020 was a year ago. That doesn't seem possible already, but
No.
based on the time that she's been with you and your relationship with her, do you believe it is in her best interest that you be allowed to adopt her?
Yes.
And can you tell the judge why you think so?
I just think that she's safe with us, and that's our 100% thing for her is wanting her to be safe and happy and the sassy little 2-year-old she can be.
Yeah, she seems pretty happy and pretty content right now.
If she's got her chip, she's super happy.
Life is good. I feel the same way at times. Do you also, you understand that should the court grant this adoption, you're going to take on the responsibilities and duties of a parent just as she'd been born to you? Okay. And you're asking for a name change today to Bella Rose McBride. Okay. All right. I will, Your Honor, with that, I'll pass this witness.
All right, you may call your next witness.
I'll call Mr. McBride.
Sir?
You're still under oath, sir.
Okay.
Sir, would you state your name for the court?
My name is Terry McBride.
And Mr. McBride, did you hear your wife's testimony today?
Yes,
Are you in agreement with that testimony?
100%.
Very smart man. Do you
Well,
also
very
believe
dummy.
that? Do you also believe that this adoption is the best thing for Bella?
Yes.
All right. And can you tell us why you think so?
Pretty much as my wife, I think her safety is 100% important to us. I think she'll just be the best home for her.
I
So
love her too much.
All right.
even though she drives me crazy, I love the kids. So
That's not going to change as she gets older, I promise. So,
no.
all right. And it looks like y'all have some family there that support y'all and are helping y'all in this adventure.
Yes.
All right. Very good. That's very important. So, all right, Judge, with that, I will pass this witness. And I do not have any further witnesses or evidence to present. Obviously, Miss Bethany is here and has been involved with this child and can give her opinion as to best interest. And with that, we would ask that you would grant the adoption and the name change.
And Miss Bethany, I just have to ask, in your observations, has this child been true to her name? Is she truly a beautiful rose?
Oh yeah, she's adorable, and I love the way she says my name. So she is perfect. Yes, I agree.
Oh, she's perfect.
She
Okay.
is perfect.
I'm not,
Courtney. Yeah, Courtney.
There's Courtney.
Courtney, oh. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
that
that's
is
Courtney.
Good job.
Yes.
All right, I think that's the stamp of approval right there. Thank you, Ms.
Yes.
Betsy. And
Yes.
thank you to the McBrides. I truly believe your shirt that this is a gift that was sent by greater power than me. I just have the power of the state of Texas to legally put onto paper what you have already put into action with this beautiful family. So thank you so much for the opportunity. Everything is in order, and we are granting a name change, correct? We're changing her name to Bella Rose McBride, and I will grant that. Yes, we are. And so it will be granted today. The order is signed today. And so as of today, it is legally official. She is now a part of your family, according to the state of Texas. So congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Bella, was there anything else you wanted to say?
Bella, you want to say anything else?
I'm busy.
Say thank you.
Thank
I'm
you.
busy. All right. And thank you, Granddad, Grandpa, Granddaddy, whoever we call him. Thank you for your support of being there. And Courtney. All right. Anything else, Mr. Foley?
Your Honor, congratulations to y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Thank
Y'all
you.
have a great
Congrats,
day
y'all.
celebrating.
Congratulations.
Absolutely.
Bye.
All right.
Congrats,
well,
guys.
in that case, and unless you have further business with the court, you may exit the Zoom room and have your celebration. It will be on YouTube if you want to take a look at it.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Thank you. Thank y'all. Thank you, Jody.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Courtney.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate you.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Bella.
Mr. Foley, the next one I have is for Julius Reynolds, and for some reason I have the wrong petition downloaded, so you're gonna have to tell me who the petitioners are. I blanked.
Oh, Julius Reynolds. Okay. That is Mr. and Miss Melendez. This is an Ector County one. Do you need the cause number on it, Judge?
No, I had the cause number. When I was going through the files, I downloaded the petitions to each file and just picked the wrong one when I was going through the numbers.
I got you. Yeah,
tell
this
me
is
the name again,
Manuel and
'cause
Edna Melendez.
I do not see them.
I'm trying to think, are they the ones? No, the Vincents are the ones that Costa's going to go over and help them get online.
Who was?
On the next one after this one, I'm sure I remember which one it was, but it's the next one, not this one, that Costa was going to help them, their grandparents. So, but these are grandparents also, but they thought they knew how to get on. So,
I have no Melendez. I have Eureka G, Paula Castro, Patty Castro,
Let me make-
Martina Sabina Gutierrez.
I think Patty Castro is the Casa on not this one, but on the next case. It's helping that family. I'm not sure. This one is Rosario is on it as the attorney ad litem. Miss Tavares is on as the CPS caseworker.
I see Miss Tavares. Let's get her in and ask her.
Okay, and I'm gonna go check with my staff and make sure no one's called if they're having issues. Let me just check real
Or
quick.
we can go to another one, but we'll see. Go ahead and
Yeah.
check.
Okay. Y'all haven't had a phone call from me trying to get trouble on the adoption bed.
Good morning, Ms. Tavares. We don't have the petitioners on the Julius Reynolds case in the waiting room yet. Are they having trouble getting on, or do you know?
Let me ask really quickly.
It is Melendez. That's what I'm looking for.
Yes, ma'am. I don't think they could be trying to come in or maybe they had a family member helping them or something like that. I don't know.
Why don't we move on to the next one? And Ms. Tavares, I'll put you back in the waiting room. If you'll keep trying to get them in, we'll take them up next.
Okay, she did let me know that they're on, but they haven't been let in.
Okay, what
Yes,
name
please,
was on
I'm
your
using-
screen? Julius.
Yes, that is a child.
I finally saw Julius. Sorry, I'm just not that good. I try. Well, good. I'm glad we can go ahead and do this one. And he is 10, almost 11. So I'm sure he is the one having to operate the device.
Yeah. Greetings, Your Honor.
Oh my goodness. All right. Good morning. How are y'all?
We are good.
There is a giant woman standing behind you. Did y'all know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't do that, please. Sorry. Okay. Hi there.
All right. This is good. Is everybody doing okay? Are y'all ready to get started?
Yes, ma'am, we are.
ma'am.
We're excited.
And have the
Butterflies in
star
our
of the
stomach.
show right in the middle.
Yes.
What a handsome young man.
I can't believe he's only 10, Your Honor.
I know. I can't believe he looks much older and much more mature.
He does, absolutely.
All right. This is cause number E21058AD. And Mr. Foley, I'll let you make the announcements.
Thank you, Judge. Jody Foley, and I'm here with Mr. and Miss Melendez and their petition asking the court to allow them to adopt their grandson, Julius Reynolds, who's the star right here in the middle of the screen. And with that, Judge, I'll be calling both Mr. and Miss Melendez as my witnesses. And if Jolie would like, I'll call him as a witness also.
All right.
yes.
So I will ask both of the parents to raise your right hands. I'm not going to put Julian under oath unless he starts to give me trouble, or he can take it if he wants to. Do each of you swear and affirm that any testimony you would give in the cause before the court would be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. He sounds very sincere. So, all right, Mr. Foley.
Well, Judge, first and foremost, I would ask you take judicial notice of the file to include the necessary required pleadings in this case, specifically the affidavit regarding interstate compact on placement of children, the waiver of the health social report, the adoption readiness report, the criminal history that's on file for both of my clients, the waiver and consent by the department as managing conservator. I know we have Ms. Tavares here with us. Also, the waiver by Ms. Perales-Cower as the attorney ad litem, and the underlying suit of termination there out of Ector County.
I have had a chance to go through those items by virtue of technology. They are all in order as Mr. Foley has described them for the record. So I will take judicial notice as requested.
All
Your
right.
first witness?
Well, Judge, this one feels a little different to me, so I think I'm going to do something different. I'm going to call Julius as my first witness today.
Really? Okay.
He looks like he's ready to talk a little bit.
I guess we can get out of the norms. So go ahead, Mr. Foley.
All right. Julius, would you tell us your name?
My name is Julius Reynolds, but hopefully it'll be Julius Melendez.
All right. We'll see if we can get you there. Now, are you with your grandparents, both Mr. and Miss Melendez, today?
Yes, sir.
Are you joining us from your home there in Odessa?
Yes, sir.
All right. So when's your birthday?
My birthday is 12/30/2010.
All right. And you were born there in Ector County?
I don't know where I was
Yeah.
born. I think so.
Yes.
Okay. We'll figure that out later. That's all good.
It
All
would
right. Now,
probably be hearsay anyway, Mr. Foley. So
what's that?
it would probably be hearsay for Julius.
All right. And so Julius, on this, you understand that your grandparents are asking to adopt you and make you officially their son for here and forevermore. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And that's what you want to have happen?
Although I'll still be mother's biological child.
That is correct. Nothing changes that, does it?
Nope.
All right. And how long have you been living with your grandparents?
Oh, I came here overall or when I was placed here very first?
Oh, why don't you give us both?
Let's see. Well, when I was placed here very firstly, I think it's been about 2 years. I'm not really sure. And then my grandmother and my grandfather have been with me since I was born.
Awesome. All right. So you think that this adoption is the best thing for you?
Yes, sir. And besides, this is the best place for me, and there are a lot worse places I could be that I don't want to talk about as of right now.
I think that's a good call. We'll skip that. Now, you said earlier you want your name changed to Julius Rayon Melendez. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you're under oath, so I can ask you about how school's going and stuff like that. You know that, right?
Yes, sir. And
You
I
need to
will
get down
answer
that road?
truthfully. Yes, sir. And I will answer truthfully because I'm under oath.
All right. So
Even
you doing good at school?
Could you repeat that, please, sir?
Are you doing good at school?
Sort of, yes.
What does sort of yes mean?
Sometimes my teacher, Mr. Corral, has to get on to me about little things.
Okay. Just little things like not paying attention or what?
Just little things like, just fiddling around, like, twiddling my thumbs sometimes. Or, sometimes he has to get on to me about, I don't know. Sometimes he gets on to me because I'm not riding fast. Sometimes he'll get on to me because I'm not walking fast. Just small things.
Okay. But all in all, you're doing okay at school then?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, Jules, is there anything else you want to tell the judge before I talk to your grandparents?
Yes, actually.
All right. What would you like to say?
That, please.
Your Honor, I would also like to say that my grandparents are probably the best grandparents in the whole wide galaxy. That is all I have to say.
Set it back.
All
The
right.
whole galaxy?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's pretty good. Because I was kind of thinking there might be galactic parents out there that are grandparents that could fly and stuff, but that they're even better than that. That's pretty cool.
All right. Well, Your Honor, as much as I hate to, I will pass this witness.
I know that was a lot more fun than the other witnesses we've had this morning. Although he did bring a tear to my eye when he said, hopefully his name will soon be Melendez. To me, that's a beautiful testimony right there. So, all right,
Absolutely.
Mr. Fowler, your next witness. Thank you, Julius.
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor. Normally I would walk off where you have your witnesses, but today I'm just going to stay where I am.
Yeah,
All
you're
right.
good. You're the star.
You get where you want to be. So go ahead.
I'll just
All right.
get out of front of you, but
Okay.
just sit here in case I'm needed.
Okay.
All right. Well, Ms. Melendez, I know that's not how we talked about doing the testimony today, but I couldn't resist. So would you state your name for the court?
Susan Melendez.
And we have covered a lot of the needed information with Julius here today. And just to confirm, since he doesn't seem to remember, was he born there in Ector County?
Yes, sir, he was.
Okay. Do you also agree with Julius that allowing y'all to adopt him would be in his best interest?
Yes, sir.
And I heard what he had to say and gave some glowing reviews of the two of y'all. Can you tell us why you think this is what's best for him?
Well, like you said, in his 10 years, we have taken care of him most of his life. For the past 21 years, he has been with us consistently, and we can provide for him, we help him with education, any medical attention he may need, food, clothing, religion. We can also, show him things. Well, we do show him things and explain things to him. And since he's been with us all this time, I feel like it'd be in his best interest just to stay with us. We really love him and care for him and want to nourish him.
And I think you've already answered my next question. And actually, I think Julius may have already answered it too, but you are willing to accept all the duties and responsibilities of a parent for him, just as he'd been born to you. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. And he told us about the name change he's requested, and you're in agreement with that. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. With that, Your Honor, I'll pass this witness.
Thank you, ma'am. Your next witness, Mr. Foley.
I'll call Mr. Melendez.
All right, Mr. Melendez.
All right.
Yes,
Sir, would you state your name for the court?
Manuel Melendez.
Yeah, Mr. Melendez, have you heard all the testimony that's gone on before you today?
Yes, sir.
Are you in agreement with all that testimony?
Oh, yes, sir. Of course I am.
All right. And do you also believe that allowing you and your wife to adopt Julius is the best thing for him?
Yes, he really loves it here. He's always said this is his home here.
All right. And y'all have raised him most of his life, so I think y'all have already done this, but from a legal perspective, you're willing to take all the duties and responsibilities of a parent for him, just as if he'd been born to your family. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Me, Your Honor, I would like to add something that my grandfather just said.
Oh, and we need to hear this. Yes, go ahead.
I would like to say that my grandmother and my grandfather, they have always treated me like I was their own child, just like Mother and Michael, my uncle.
That's a pretty
Well,
good
guess
testimony right there,
what?
Judge.
Legally, you're fixing to be their own child. How about them apples?
I don't really like apples.
You don't like apples? How about them
Oranges?
bananas?
I do like pizza.
Pizza? How about that pizza? Oh, yeah, I can go for that.
That. Want to put that, Mr. Honor? No.
All right, what else, Mr. Foley?
Judge, I've had a good time. I think we've got that covered. We will rest.
So we have, what you're telling me is we have to go back to real court now? Is
I
that what
think
you're
we
telling me?
do. I don't think I've ever had a child on court quite like Julius. This has been fun.
Well, we know who's in charge, and I'm glad because it makes me feel very comfortable that this is already a loving family that's been put together and a nourishing family and a happy family. And all I'm doing is putting the legal requirements on allowing the name change to Julius Melendez and allowing these two beautiful people to take the responsibility under the family code of parents. And Julius made a very true statement. We can't change biology, but we change legal requirements. And I can't order love, but that's already in place. And so that does allow me to grant this adoption. And as of today, I am signing that order. So it is official. Congratulations. Congratulations, Julius Melendez.
Thank you very much. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
One moment. There needs to be.
Yes, sir. A speech.
Your Honor, I'm very
Yes,
glad
sir.
you're taking my grandmother and grandpa's home, so we stay here permanently. That is all, Your Honor.
All right. And Julius, I want you to know, I see a YouTube star in the making. So this can be your first YouTube video. It'll be up on the Child Protection Court website of West Texas. So anytime you want to watch it or publish it or start your YouTube sensation, just make sure you keep it clean and appropriate so that because Jesus is watching.
But Your Honor, I was already thinking about starting a YouTube channel.
I kind of thought you were.
Okay.
You just make sure the best grandparents in the galaxy approve.
Did the best grandparents in the galaxy approve?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. No, thank you. This has been a pleasure and congratulations. Y'all go celebrate. Have a great day. We'll recess this hearing and you may exit the Zoom room.
Thank you, ma'am.
You have a great day.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
Bye-bye. No, we gotta
Your
go.
Honor, you forgot to do something.
Bye-bye.
What did I forget to do?
You know the wooden hammer? You forgot to hit it on that thing.
Exactly.
Do that unless somebody's misbehaving. And since everything went well, I don't have to do that.
Oh,
Okay, she's got business,
I only
okay?
use the hammer when I have to hold people in contempt.
I have no idea what that means, but it sounds horrible.
It's bad. It's a bad thing. So it's good that I didn't use it.
I will let you get back to the judge.
Thank
So
you.
it counts.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, the next one I have is Nicholas Caballero, I think.
Yes.
And I do have the petitioners as the Vincents.
Yes. And I
And who
believe,
else are you gonna need?
Patty from Consa is there with them on that one, Your Honor.
Patty Castro and Ms. Tavares, are you staying for this one or do you need to go back in the waiting room or what's your preference?
Back to the waiting room.
All right, back to the waiting room it is. All right, who
Your
else?
Honor, on this one, I think this was a case out of Lubbock, so there was a Miss Devereaux that was the caseworker, and Miss Madeline Dominguez has been the courtesy worker. I don't know if either one of them are here today or not.
Miss Devereaux who's your caseworker?
And Miss Marino from Addie's Hope.
Miss Marino, Addie's Hope. Mhm. Anybody else?
Not that I know of. Mr. and Miss Vincent, is there anybody else that you are expecting to be here today?
Okay. All right, well, welcome everyone. We are here. This is cause number E21059AD. In the interest of Nicholas Caballero, we're here for an adoption. And Miss Vincent has a really handsome young man sitting next to her, or between her and Mr. Vincent. Not Mr. Vincent is handsome too. I can only see half of his face, but I'm assuming
Hello.
that's Nicholas.
That's me. I'm
Can you
Mr.
hear us?
Vincent.
Yes, I can hear everybody.
Okay, perfect,
All
perfect.
right.
Yeah, this is Mr. Vincent.
Okay, thank y'all very much. All right, Mr. Foley, how would you like to proceed at this time?
Well, Your Honor, you've already met my clients. I'll have asked that you swear both of them in as my witnesses today, along with Nicholas as a witness, since he is over the age of 12. And then I would ask that you also take judicial notice of the file to include the necessary required pleadings today, specifically the affidavit regarding interstate compact on placement of children, the consent that was signed by Nicholas at his own file, given his agreement to the adoption, the adoption readiness report, the criminal history on file for both Mr. and Ms. Vincent, the waiver and consent by the Department's major conservator, and we do have Ms. Devereaux here also as their caseworker, the waiver by the attorney and guardian ad litem, Ms. Heather Threadgill, and then, of course, the underlying suit of termination out of Lubbock County.
By virtue of technology, I am able to take judicial notice and review all those items. They are, as Mr. Foley has read them into the record, and so I will take judicial notice of those items. And I will ask both of you, Mr. and Mrs. Vincent, if you will raise your right hands, please. Do each of you swear and affirm that any testimony you would give in the cause before the court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Yes. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Mr. Foley, who do you expect to call first?
I'm going to call Mr. Vincent as my first witness today, Your Honor.
All right, you may proceed.
All right. Well, Mr. Vincent, would you state your name for the court?
Harry Wayne Vincent.
And Mr. Vincent, are you and your family joining us from your home in Odessa today?
Yes.
All right. And would you take a moment and introduce us to who's in the room with you?
This is Nicholas. This is my wife, Kathy.
Hi.
And Patty, the CASA worker.
Excellent. All right. We're glad to have y'all all here today. And you introduced to Nicholas. He is Nicholas Chase Caballero. He was born May 26, 2005 in Ector County. Is that correct? All right. And he's the star of the show. Is that right?
Yeah, for the most part.
And y'all are here today asking, even though you're currently grandparents, you're asking to become legally mom and dad for him. Is that right? Okay. And he has been living with y'all since well over 6 months, he's been with y'all since 2020. Is that correct?
Yeah, since December. Yeah, December the 22nd of last year. Yeah.
Mr. Vincent, you're going to have to speak up just a little bit.
Yeah, he's been here since December the 22nd of last year.
All right. And based on your role as his grandfather and the time that he's been with you, do you believe that allowing you and your wife to adopt him is the best thing for Nicholas?
Yes, I do.
All right. And can you tell us why you think so?
Well, he needs a lot of reassurance and guidance and love, and he just needs somebody to love him, you know. For the most part, he's a good kid, and we love him to death. Glad to have him.
All right. And you're willing to take all the responsibilities and duties of a parent for him, just if he'd been born to your family. All right. Now, y'all are asking for a name change today to Nicholas Wayne Vincent. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Nicholas, I'm saying a head nod. Does that mean you like that new name change? Okay. And dude, I think we're still having some mic issues on that end, but with that,
I saw him nod in the affirmative, so we're good.
All right.
Yes, son.
Your Honor, I will pass this witness and I'll call Miss Vincent.
All right, Miss Vincent.
Hello.
You may proceed, Mr. Foley.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, ma'am, would you state your name for the court?
Kathleen Martha Vincent.
All right. Miss Vincent, were you able to hear your husband's testimony today?
Yeah.
Are you in agreement with that testimony?
Yes, I am.
All right. Do you also believe that allowing the two of you to adopt Nicholas is the best thing for him?
I do.
And why do you think so?
Because I love him. He needs us to guide him through life. He needs everything we have to give him. I mean, our guidance, our wisdom, our love.
All right. And you also are willing to accept all the same duties and responsibilities of a parent for Nicholas, just if he'd been born to you? Yeah. Okay. Your Honor, I'll pass this witness.
All right.
I will call Nicholas as my next witness.
All right, Nicholas, do I need to put you under oath? Will you tell the truth? Okay.
Yeah,
Tell the
that's
truth.
right.
That's all right. Go ahead, Mr. Foley.
All right. Well, Nicholas, would you tell me your name?
Nicholas Wayne Vincent.
All right. And I know you've already signed a consent, but you want this adoption to go forward, is that correct?
Sure.
All right. And you believe you're in a safe and stable home there with your grandparents?
Sure.
All right. Judge, with that, that's all I need. This looks like a good family to me. I know we've got a screen full of people who have been involved in this case, and I will defer to them for further best interest. But I'd ask you grant the adoption and the name change.
Well, Ms. Castro, I always like to hear from the CASA on the case. You've been involved with this family. Would you like to add anything?
Yes, ma'am. I can. I'm gonna, if you'll just mute it, it'll help. Okay. Yes, ma'am. When I took the case in March of 2020, we were faced with pretty daunting circumstances for Nicholas. He was in an RTC, and I was told that there was no family available. And we were thrilled to learn that that wasn't true, that he had grandparents and that they were willing to accept responsibility for him. They have gone through all of the classes. They have participated in all of the trainings that we've asked them to, and we have closely monitored this family situation after they moved in. And we know that Nicholas is safe, that he feels loved and secure, and he has thrived since moving here. We have been amazed at the changes in his behavior, in the changes just in his personality, him just coming out of his shell and truly feeling secure. And so CASA is very excited that this is becoming a permanent placement for Nicholas, that he doesn't have to worry about that placement changing, and that he has a place to continue to grow up as a child.
You know, and I think that coupled with what the grandparents said is just, it's always been my experience that that foundation is just a great place for Nicholas not to be our idea of a great kid, but he can develop into whatever kind of adult he wants to and be safe and have a good life. And that's really what we want for you, Nicholas. Ms. Devereaux, Ms. Marino, would y'all like to add anything?
Yes, I think it's been a long road for Nicholas, just like Patty said, and I know this family is ready for some normalcy. So I know this is just a good day for the whole family.
I don't know what normalcy means anymore. So we kind of have to adjust that on a daily basis. But yes. All right, Ms. Moreno, anything else?
Kathy and Terry provide lots of love and stability and structure for Nicholas, and they meet all of his needs. And so they are absolutely the best home for Nicholas.
Well, Nicholas, it sounds like you've been through a lot in your young life, and you've still got a lot of life ahead of you. Are you excited about that? And you'll have to unmute again. Yeah, we're going back and forth between the computers, muting and unmuting.
There it is.
There
Okay.
we go.
What plans do you have for the future?
Hopefully, I have a good career.
Is there anything you really like to do?
Play the guitar.
Man, I love it. And do you get to play anywhere where people get to listen?
Yes, school is starting today or tomorrow.
At where?
School.
At school. Do you have it handy? Would you like to play us a little something?
I doubt it. I'm not pretty good at it yet.
He's just learning now.
I'm a music lover.
His actual desire when he grows up is to be a dog catcher.
A politician?
A dog catcher. He wants to be the dog catcher for Ector County.
Oh, a dog catcher. Well,
Yeah.
politician, dog catcher.
Pretty
Wait, yeah.
similar.
So you like animals and you want to make sure animals are taken care of safely. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I would love to hear you play the guitar someday. I love music. I love all levels of music. I can hear beautiful things, whether you're a beginner or an expert, and I would love to hear you play sometime. So think about that, and if you ever get to that point, let me know. All right. Well, this sounds like a great place for you, and I want to encourage you to keep in school. That's the way I believe to accomplish your dreams, is to make sure you get that solid education. It sounds like you have the support to do that, and we're not dumping you. We want you to know all of these people on the screen have grown to love you and want to see the best for you, and would love to see how the things you do in the future. So anything you need, stay in touch and let people know. And other than that, I am so happy it looks to me like the family's already been put in place. I'm just putting the legal stamp on it from the state of Texas. So thank you very much. This adoption is granted, and I'm happy to make that name change to Nicholas Wayne Vincent. So as of today, that is legally done, and congratulations, your adoption is final.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I'm trying to learn how to throw confetti on my computer, but I haven't figured it out. Oh, in my head, there's confetti going around. So, Nicholas, anything else you want to add?
This will work out.
It will.
And better.
Fantastic. All right. Well, with that, we'll recess your case. I got asked before if I had to do a gavel. I don't do a gavel unless somebody's in trouble. So there's my imaginary gavel. Recess. And you may exit the courtroom. Go have your celebration. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thank you all very much. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks,
too.
Jeff.
You too.
All right. That was that 059?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So we'll take up 057.
I think that's all of them, Your Honor.
That's all of them?
For me, I only had 4.
Oh, well, I may have another attorney coming in. Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Foley.
Thank you. Good
I
seeing
don't
you.
know what Jennifer's done to me.
All right. If y'all need me, holler at me, but I think we're good.
All right. Well, you can exit then. Thank you very much.
Hopefully I didn't
I'll
miss
see
you.
who
I'm all
else is
nervous.
in
I'm
my
gonna go
waiting
check.
room. Have a good day.
Thanks,
Always
Jeff.
good to see you.
You too.
No, Jody.